Welcome to this OCR Cambridge Technicals Level 3 in Information Technology video. In this new video we are beginning to look at Unit 21 Web Design and Prototyping. And in this video we're going to take a look at Criteria 1, which is describe the key components of website construction. As with the other videos, we'll have a look at what that means. We'll look at what the syllabus guidance says. We'll look at a writing frame, how to present this work, and then we'll end by looking at a candidate's example work. So if we head over to the unit guide, and on page 6 we can see the grid for the various grading criteria. And this video we're looking at P1. It says describe the key components of website construction. And if we head over to the next page, it does give you a little bit more information. It says the learner must describe the key components that make up website construction. Their descriptions must include web page and website structure, content and methods of user interaction, including responsive design for a range of devices and browsers. Guess what? Evidence can be in the form of a written report, presentation with detailed speaker's notes, a video, and so on. Now, a couple of things here. When you first read this, it says the components that make up website construction. I think this word construction is slightly misleading because what you'll see in a minute is you're actually describing the different features of a website. Yes, I suppose they are part of a website, but they're not really the construction process. They are the elements. So a really simple example might be think of cooking. You've got the various ingredients, but you wouldn't say that the ingredients were the recipe. It's the process that you go through. It's the way you put the ingredients together and what you do to them that makes the end product. And I think perhaps construction here is not the right word. So let's have a look at the content that is to be covered in P1. So on the screen here, we've got on page 3 of the syllabus guide or unit guide, we've got a list there of the various features or elements of a website. And what you've got to do is describe each one. So describe what a domain name is, the purpose of a sitemap. I think that probably should say of rather than or. Use of hyperlinks, and so on and so on. So what I would recommend you do is copy this, paste it into a Word document, and that forms your headers. Let's have a look at an example. So as with all your work, label up the criteria at the top. So here's your P1 title. And then here I've copy and pasted in all of the keywords. All the key terms from the syllabus guide. And then I've just tidied them up. And then what we're looking for then is for you to describe what it is. Possibly give some examples, although you don't have to. Include a screenshot, because I always think that images and pictures are easier to understand. For example, when you're describing a sitemap, it might actually be easier to get in a picture of a sitemap. So if you type in sitemap, might be easier to take in an image like that, paste it into the Word document, and then discuss what it is, rather than trying to describe in lots and lots of different paragraphs and sentences what it is. Designing for different browsers. So this is how does a website adapt when it's on a mobile phone, or when it's on a tablet, or when you're looking at it on a large screen, because obviously it's the same website, but it's changing, it's rendering differently in order for you to be able to view it. And then we've got Worldwide Web Consortium. This is an organization that sets standards. If you go to the internet and Google this, you'll find their page, and they talk about the standards and how websites should be designed and the different features they should have. Okay. So I'd always include an image. Use real shots of websites. That's quite useful, because if you're talking about a hyperlink and you've got a screenshot of a website with a hyperlink, that's quite good. Use diagrams, and then don't forget to include a description. So let's take a look then at an example piece of work. So this is that same Word document, but the student has now populated it. So domain name is the first feature. They've identified what it is, got a definition. They give an example of what it is. They then have talked about where it's used. They've also included a diagram. Then we move on to sitemap. They talked about what a sitemap is, included a diagram. Hyperlinks, give an example of a hyperlink. Page design, navigation, images there. Openness to those standards in web development. Storage of the data, and so on. A couple of bits missing at the end, the security bit, but you can see we've got 4 or 5 pages, just a little paragraph for each one. It's not particularly demanding. It's, you know, there's not a lot to explain or evaluate. It's quite an easy, if you've done any of the other units, you'll know, quite an easy start off. Basically take the content, find the descriptions. I'd usually include an example, include a diagram, because that helps to show that you understand it and you can discuss the content easier. We're referring to a diagram, and that covers it. Okay, so that's P1 done. As with the other videos, if you've got any questions, you want to check anything, leave a comment, and don't forget to share these with other people, other students that you might think benefit from them. Thanks for watching.